Hey, is there any truth to this? I was at WCW at the time, and Dusty had the book. And I don't know if you know this or not, that when Dusty was going to make, what was it, Big Tugboat Taylor? Fred?
Typhoon, Fred Ott.
Typhoon. Yeah, Fred Ott. He was going to make him the shockmaster. And then they did the deal on the was it the pay-per-view or was it television?
Flash it was even worse. It was live on and free on TV where everybody could
Yeah,
see it.
live free on TV. And then, anyway, Shockmaster, however, whatever happens, he trips and falls through the wall and blows the big, unveiling of his character. But was it Ole Anderson indeed the voice of the Shockmaster?
Well, he may have been. I know he was the voice of the Black Scorpion for
Right.
all that
Yep.
time because that was one of the more ill thought out angles where they had a Black Scorpion that they were going to unveil, and they actually didn't know who the Black Scorpion was going to be from one moment to the next. But the story that I got, I had left by then, but the story that I got was that the Shockmaster with that helmet on and that elaborate outfit was going to burst through the wall on that segment and just make a big entrance. And they made the wall breakaway, but what they didn't do, didn't tell Shockmaster or anybody else after the run through, there was an actual solid board that was about a foot off the ground that they had reinforced the wall with, and he could have stepped over it had he known. But since he didn't know, he busted through the breakaway wall, but the board that was a foot off the ground tripped him like a tripwire, a jungle booby trap, and he goes face first, and his helmet rolls off, and he falls on his ass. And I think that was a Flair for the Gold, the Flair interview segment, and wasn't it Arn that you could hear? It may have been Arn, but somebody in the background was going, he goddamn fell on his ass.
That was Davy Boy. The
Davey Boy,
microphone
yeah.
was picking up Davy Boy. He fell flat on his ass. He fell flat on his fucking ass. And then you
Yes.
can hear Sid, oh, God. And then Sid starts over-talking him, and then it's a total verbal clusterfuck because they're out of sync, but they're continuing to go forward. It's live television. I remember it going down. I was there. I remember when I got back. I mean, I've watched that clip on YouTube so many times. It's probably, in my opinion, it's the funniest thing that I've ever seen on a wrestling program.
Yeah, and boy, you talk about people try to force comedy in wrestling, but in this case, it was very unintentional, and that's the best comedy sometimes. But an organic comedy is best, but that was certainly not planned. But yeah, I remember, as a matter of fact, now that you mentioned it, it was Davy Boy because I was doing the accent and attributing
Yeah.
it to Arn. But oh my God, he fell on his fucking ass.
It was Davey with that thick Manchester accent.